Okay, everybody, now that we have reviewed how to find the area of a circle, we're going to look at what's called sector area. So, first of all, area of a sector. What is a sector? Everybody take a look at your picture over here, circle P. A sector is just a piece of the area of a circle. So I'm going to circle this. It is a piece of the area of a circle. So it's kind of like eating a pizza and just taking one slice. That one slice of pizza is a sector of the pizza. So it is a slice of pizza. That would be called a sector. Now, if I want to find the area of a sector, what I'm asking you to find is just a specific area of the circle. So again, if you're looking at your picture over here, we've got this whole circle P. Well, I don't want the whole area, I just want the part of the area that's kind of shaded in brown. So, this is the formula we're going to use. And a lot of this is just notation. So it says area of sector APB. When they say APB, they're looking at A to P to B. So they're pretty much outlining that angle and the angle that it makes. Then this is going to be your sector that they're finding the area of. Then they've got this M, which is the measure of AB. Okay, now again, this is just like when we did arc length. This is the measure of arc AB. So that would be right there, and that's going to be in degrees. And then we're going to take that and we're going to divide by 360. Do we remember why we divide by 360 degrees? I hope you're thinking, because it's the whole circle. So the whole circle is 360 degrees, and then I just want to find the area of the portion that corresponds to like the little green part. So if this is 60 degrees out of 360 degrees, we just want to find that part. And then we're going to multiply that by pi r squared. Well, what is pi r squared the formula for? Well, that's the area of a circle. So you take the area of the circle, you multiply it by the ratio of the arc measure to the whole circle, and that gets you the area of the sector. Okay, let's try this a couple times. Example 1, find the area of the red sector in the circle. So, sector, and let's see, that's going to be U, T, V. U, T, V equals the arc measure. So we're looking at the measure of this arc that kind of closes it in. Now, do you guys catch this 70 degrees right there? If that guy's 70 degrees, guess what? The measure of that arc? 70 degrees. Out of the whole circle, 360. And I want to find the area of 70 degrees out of 360 degrees. So then we're going to multiply that by pi r squared, which is the area of a circle. So what that's going to look like is we have 70 over 360 times pi 3.14 r. R is your radius. Look at your picture. Do we know the radius? Yeah, I'm going to go with 8. So 8 squared. Okay. At this point, I'd probably really be downloading that calculator, but if you still don't have that calculator, 70 divided by 360, hit enter. And then times 3.14 times 8 squared, hit enter again. I'm getting 39.075 repeating. So if we round that to the nearest tenth, 39.1. This is an area, so this thing is in inches. Inches. squared. That's the area of the red sector. Next example should look very, very familiar, but now they want us to find the area of the blue sector. Okay, so now we're looking at the blue part. Okay, if I'm looking at the blue part, this is what we're looking at. Okay, so we're going to need the measure of the arc that we're talking about out of 360 degrees times pi. Sorry, I'm struggling here. Pi r squared. So that should look exactly like the one that we had before, except this time I don't want to put 70 degrees up there. Okay, does anybody have, this might be a little confusing. Does anybody have any idea, think about it, what measure of the angle I would want to put up there? Okay, if this is 70 degrees, and I don't want that, I want all of this. That's what we need to find. Think about what a whole circle is. A whole circle is 360 degrees. And I don't want the 70 degrees. So we're going to take 360 minus 70, which is going to get me 290, which means this green huge arc that I really want is 290 degrees of the circle. And that's what we're going to put up there. Okay, so if I want the area of all this blue stuff in your calculator, 290 divided by 360, I would hit enter, times 3.14 times 8 squared. Area of the sector is 161.884 repeating, round to the nearest tenth, 161.9 inches squared. Let's try again. Find the area of the red sector in circle D. Okay, area of the red sector. So we're going to take an angle measure. We're going to put it over 360. We're going to multiply that by the area of the entire circle. So if I want the red sector, I'm looking right here. Angle measure of the red sector, 120. Out of area, whole circle, 360. Times the area of the circle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. So pi, 3.14, times the radius. Did they give us the radius? Yes, they did. It's 14 squared. Grab your calculator. 120 divided by 360, probably hit enter, times 3.14 times 14 squared. Area of the red part is 205.1466 repeating, round to the nearest tenth. 4 is below 5, it tells you to leave the 1 alone, so area equals 205.1. This is in feet squared. Okay, again, looks very, very similar. Find the area of the blue sector in circle D. So now we're looking at this guy. Okay, so same as before. I need an angle measure out of 360. Then we're going to multiply that by the area of the circle. So, angle measure. I know the red one is 120. How am I going to find the blue one? And I'm hoping you're thinking, well, I'm going to take 360, which is the whole circle, and subtract 120. So 360 minus 120 is 240. So we're going to take 240, we're going to divide by 360, and then we're going to multiply by pi r squared, which that part should look the same as before. So 240 divided by 360 times 3.14 times 14 squared, and the area of our sector is 410.2933, repeating. Round to the nearest tenth. The 9 tells you to bump up the 2, so 410.3 feet squared.